Excellent, excellent. All right, that sounds good. Good afternoon, everyone. Live from the Sofa Ranch basement or studio, whichever you want to call it. I'm your host this today, Daryl Fletcher, executive director and founder of Sofa Ranch. And we are in the midst. Some of you may have gotten an email, some of you may have gotten a text, some of you may have gotten just a bunch of information in regards to saving Sofa Ranch. And so today we are going live. We're going to be going live every hour on the hour, hopefully all day long. And so I got some of our crew with me that you'll be given an opportunity to meet in just a little while. But what we're doing today is kind of bringing awareness to where Sofa Ranch is as an organization and where we are as a organization within the community due to recent events in our administration and in our current society. Certain things have been removed, certain funding has been removed, and certain funding has been taken off the table for us to able to continue to do what we do. And within that regard, because of those fundings, because of those things that are going on, we serve or we run the risk of actually having to go away. And so we wanted to bring awareness to the work that we do here at Sofa Ranch. We are live on Instagram. We are live on TikTok. We are live on Facebook. Shout out to all my people over there at TikTok. And with that, once again, we want to bring awareness to what's going on here at Sofa Ranch. Currently, Sofa Ranch serves over 1,200 people on an annual basis. Within those 1,200 people, we serve youth with our summer camp program. This past year, we had over 42 kids at our summer camp program. We serve women who have or are experiencing or overcoming trauma. We serve PTS veterans or PTS. I'm sorry. We serve veterans that may be suffering from PTSD. And if Sofa Ranch goes away, then some of those groups don't necessarily have the opportunity to get the services that we provide. And with the services that we provide, we want to make sure that Sofa Ranch is the only minority owned uh, equine therapeutic center in the southeast of or southwest of Metro Atlanta. And with that, we are only one of five across the country. And that is very important. And because it's very important, we want to be able to serve more people. So we need persons like yourself. We need persons who love children. We need persons that love horses. We need persons that have a vigor and life for the things that we do to tell a friend, share our story, share what we've been going through. You see behind me on the board, once again, our goal is to raise $600,000 and we need to raise that money by the end of the month. It can be done. All we need to do is get 6,000 people to give $100, and then boom, we are in there, and we have had the opportunity to continue the work that we do here at Sofa Ranch. For those of you who are joining me by TikTok, thank you so much for joining us on TikTok. Like and share this particular live. I know a lot of you are at work, but once again, we're going to be coming to you every hour on the hour this particular day. This is our Monday Money Marathon. My daughter is on the way. She's gonna be co-hosting with me today. So thank you, like and share over there on TikTok, like and share over there on Instagram and uh Facebook. What's happening? You don't see it on Instagram. Okay. Let's make sure we hold on. We don't we let's make sure that we are going on Instagram. Hold on. Bam! There it is. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. We want to make sure that everybody knows about what we're doing here, man. So, once again, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Daryl Fletcher. I am the founder and executive director of Sofa Ranch, where we utilize horses to utilize the healing power of horses to help underserved youth, to help women and men who have experienced trauma, and we also serve veterans. So I'm getting ready to go live. We have some corresponding. For those of you who are on TikTok, you cannot necessarily see this. So if you go over to but I'll give you some update while they're talking. But go over to our Instagram page or go over to our Facebook page, and you'll have an opportunity to see some of our corresponding reporters in the field today. We got some corresponding reporters in the field. Who's ready first? We got Coco out there. We got Kelly out there. Who's ready? Oh well, shoot, Kelly just went on. Coco, we coming to you. Hold on, Coco. We coming to you, Coco. Can you hear me?
I can hear you out here.
Excellent. Let's bring Coco in. Coco, where are you right now?
So right now I'm in the back pasture with Grateful, our in-house Clydesdale. He
In-house.
is our
Yes. Tell us a little bit about Grateful. He's new to the fold, isn't he?
so Grateful's been here for about 2 weeks. He is a former mounted police horse,
Mm-hmm.
and just look at the size of those feet.
Oh man. Oh, look at that poop too. You should have moved the poop out the way, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So look at that.
yeah. So Coco, tell us a little bit about some of the experiences that you have had here working and volunteering at Sofa Ranch. You are one of our core ambassadors, and that's what we call our volunteers here at Sofa Ranch. We call them ambassadors because we call them to broadcast and share our story and let people know about what we're doing within the community. Is there one story that stands out to you about, some of the experiences that you have done here at Sofa Ranch?
So one of the stories I remember is we had a little girl who her horse decided to take this hill right here. Now, I don't know if you guys can see how steep this hill is, but she took this hill
Hmm.
on her horse,
Okay. Do you
and
remember what
she
horse she was
came back
riding?
for she rode that horse. I've never seen a kid ride a horse like that before. And she came back for summer camp this year, and she continues to come back as one of our normal clientele.
Mhm.
And it's amazing to see the change in people that we have done, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Well, thank you so much, Coco, for sharing that story. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna come back to you in just a second. It's stories like that that are so important. We have kids that come out here all the time where they are experiencing either overcoming some trauma or they may be experiencing
No,
um,
no.
maybe um, some anxiety from either not necessarily working with horses, but anxiety in general. And we see the transformation of these young people on a day-to-day basis. She talked about one, and so with that, it's important that these stories continue. It's important that these stories continue because if Sofa Ranch goes away here in the Metro Atlanta area, let me say this: I am not the only minority-owned ranch in the Metro Atlanta area. I am not. There are people like JD Horse Ranch. There's Rolling Hills Horse Ranch, and they do trail rides, and they have their niche. But our niche is focusing on the next generation, helping them overcome mental health challenges, helping them overcome challenges with just overall life, helping them build better life skills. And it's important that we continue to do the work like this because nobody else is coming to save us, guys. Nobody's coming to save us. And we see that now. We see that now that grants are being removed, funding is being removed. And if we don't take care of ourselves, if we don't take the initiative to put ourselves on the line for this next generation, I can remember when I was a little boy, there was always somebody that was out there looking out for us. I had mentors, I had leaders, I had teachers that was worried about my well-being. Not every kid is going to be able to play basketball. Not every child is going to be able to play football. Not every kid will be able to play baseball. Some of our young people need the opportunity and the exposure to work with horses. And horses are a wonderful, wonderful vehicle to let people know about how they can build courage, how they can build confidence, how they can build better communication skills. And these are some of the things that we do here at Sofa Ranch. And it's so important that we understand what is at stake here. And when we understand what is at stake, we just had WSB TV here interviewing us about what's going on with Sofa Ranch. And with that, we're trying to get the word to the masses. So not only are we doing this live, matter of fact, they will be coming back live tomorrow. And when they come back live tomorrow, when the news come back live tomorrow, we're going to go live again. But it's so important for us to understand that this next generation, it needs some help. It needs some help. I'm getting ready to go over to Kelly real quick, who is live on the property. Kelly, you are live on the property. Talk to us a little bit, Kelly. Where are you at right now?
I'm out here in the pasture with the with
With
our courageous group of horses.
the courageous group of horses. Why don't you tell us some of the names of the horses that we have out there?
Okay. So one of our newer additions is standing right here next to me. This is Grateful.
Grateful. Okay,
Say
yeah, we
hey,
he's
Grateful.
Clydesdale.
Yes. Clydesdale, I think he's about 9 years old.
Yeah, he is 9
Um,
years old. All right, keep going. Who else we got out there?
looks like we got Patience right here.
Patience. Now you have a relationship with Patience. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Patience.
It's interesting because Patience is a geriatric. I ain't gonna call him geriatric. He's a mature Tennessee Walker, but I bonded with him because I don't know, he just gives off the best energy to me.
Now,
I
Patience
think
is
it counters my energy, so that's what it is.
okay. Now,
Yeah.
guess what, guys? So, for those of you who are watching on TikTok, let me give you a little bit of update. So, Patience is one of our lead horses, and with him being one of our lead horses, Patience is about 24 years old. And with him being 24 years old, he is a mature horse. The average lifespan of a horse is about 25 to 30 years. So he basically is a senior as it
Mhm.
pertains to the horse world. But some days he acts like a teenager, and then some
Yep.
days he acts like a he acts like an old school horse. But at any given rate, he is the lead horse. Nobody eats before him. Nobody takes advantage of him. We have bigger horses than um Patience, but guess what? It's one of those things where he is he stands his ground. And so that's him right there. If you're looking on the screen, let me describe Patience to you for those of you who are watching us on TikTok. He is a jet black um, Tennessee Walker. And he is just a great horse. Who else you got there? Is that Joy out there that you got with you now?
Joy, Justice just came up. We have Truth. They're all curious about the phone.
They're all curious about
Uh,
the show. Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah. Uh,
Kelly, you are a ambassador as well here at Sofa Ranch, and you've been an ambassador for quite some time. You started out working or riding here at Sofa Ranch. Can you explain and talk to us a little bit about some of the impact that you have had the opportunity to see when working with some of the kids and or even adults? Well, why don't we do this? Let's talk from a veteran spectrum. Um, you work with our veterans program. So talk to a little bit about some of the things that you have seen and experienced with working with the veterans here at Sofa Ranch.
sure. Yeah. So, I did get the opportunity to try to help facilitate the pilot program
Hmm.
last year, and it was enlightening in a sense of a huge gap in where I would say the Veterans Administration and the military and the resources that are currently in play,
Hmm.
um, where a program like this is would behoove the veterans position in society. As I was explaining to our guest earlier from Channel 2, I was basically telling him that we've identified a lot of the struggles that veterans have when they come out of the military, but we don't necessarily have a solid avenue of providing help for those challenges that veterans deal with,
Mhm.
and being able to tailor it to the individual, because that's honestly what's necessary. Is not everybody's going to respond to talk therapy, not everybody's going to respond to CBT.
Mhm.
You have to have multimodal avenues to
Mhm.
provide services for people that might necessarily slip under the radar. And
Correct.
equine assisted therapy has so many principles and fundamentals to it that
Mhm.
would align with a lot of needs that veterans have, when it comes to TBIs or mental
So
health disorders.
so you're Kelly, you're using some acronyms, that people may
Oh
not be
yeah, so
familiar
TBI would be a traumatic brain injury. This is something that usually, you'll see in commons, they suffer, an injury to the brain.
with. Mhm.
IEDs can cause TBIs, and or it could be just trauma on the job. So a TBI is something that's commonly addressed in disabled veterans. So
Mhm.
um, they might not have, they might have lost, they might be physically functional, but brain and cognitive therapy is where something like equine assisted therapy can remedy a lot of issues that veterans deal with on the day to day. Not
Excellent.
only that, those that don't have physical injury, uh, the soft skills that is required from working with horses and things like that, and being able to find where weaknesses are or where challenges are with certain individuals that
Mhm.
might not necessarily show up in talk therapy, or or can be addressed with medication. So this program provides a multitude of different avenues where that I think that we're just tapping into where it could just go beyond with treatment for veterans.
And to piggyback off what you just said, we're just scratching the surface as it pertains to the type of work and the type of impact that we can have. We ran our pilot program last fall with a group of veterans, and it's important that we understand what and I want to make sure that our community and our audience knows what equine assisted therapy is. And so we have one of our certified equine specialists on tap, that goes under the moniker of therapy cowgirl. Kristen, are you there just yet? I know she's still logging on and getting some things squared away. But for those of you who don't know what equine assisted therapy is all about and how it works, there's a unique thing about horses where they can smell the pheromones that your body gives off when you are happy, sad, afraid, whatever you may be feeling in a particular moment. Not only can they sense and smell those pheromones, they also have the opportunity to feel the vibration that your body gives off. So when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're afraid, whatever, your body vibrates in a different level. And when it vibrates in a different level, as an equine, I'm a certified equine specialist through PATH, Professional Association of Therapeutic Horsemanship. And then with that, it gives us the opportunity to really understand how we show up. And when we understand how we show up, which is different from traditional and talk therapy, with traditional talk therapy, what happens is you sit there and you rely on the memory of the client. And when you rely on the memory of the client, a lot of times a person can position themselves as the victim or the victor or the whatever in the story. And when they do that, it kind of gives the person the opportunity to really fall and understand we have to once again sit there and rely on your memory. But with equine assisted therapy, we're getting real time responses, real time reaction, and real time awareness of what's going on with the particular person. Kristen, I want to come to you because we've been working together for about 2 months now in regards to as a equine specialist. You've brought some clients out here. You're a coach, you're a therapist, and now you're an equine specialist. Okay, her feed just went off, so we're gonna talk a little bit more until we get the therapy cowgirl to get back with us. But what I want people to understand that it's so important for the work that we do here at Sofa Ranch, because this is not just about, people riding horses. This is about impact and therapeutic services that we provide. So I'm going to play this quick video to talk a little bit about the summer camp program that we had here at Sofa Ranch this past summer.
This past summer, 42 kids walked through the gates of Sofa Ranch for our youth summer camp. 42 young lives filled with laughter, curiosity, and the excitement of learning what it means to connect with horses, with nature, and with themselves. It is hard to believe that just a few years ago, our very first summer camp welcomed only 6 children. Year after year, the numbers have grown. More families have found hope here. More kids have discovered confidence, courage, and joy. And every summer, the impact has multiplied. But now, that growth and the future of this camp is at risk. If Sofa Ranch closes its gates, we lose the ability to shape the next generation in this unique, life-changing way. We lose the chance to show kids what it means to be brave, to believe in themselves, and to know they are not alone. Every child who has stepped onto this ranch represents a story of transformation, and there are so many more waiting to be written. We cannot let this end here. Please make a minimum donation of $100 today to save Sofa Ranch. Together, we can ensure the next 42 and the next 100 have a place to grow, to heal, and to thrive. Donate now at savesofaranch.org.
Thank you, man. Let me tell you something. When we first started our program here, we only had 6 kids that showed up. 6 kids, and 6 kids is not a lot, but it was just enough for us. But to see us grow from 6 kids to 42 kids in just a span of 4 summers, it really sheds a light on the type of services and the need that is needed in our community. Kristen, are you available to jump on and talk to me a little bit? Kristen, are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
Hey there. Hey there. Hey there. All right.
Hi.
Your phone is a little crooked. Turn your phone.
I keep turning it sideways and it keeps turning me
Lock the ratio.
sideways.
Lock the ratio. All right, cool. All right, we're still on the sideways there. So we'll just turn it the way normal way and we'll just get it how we can. That's all right. Cool. All right, there we go. Awesome. Awesome.
Oh, this
Now, I
works
see.
because I
Yeah.
feel like we're upside down, but that's
Yeah,
great.
you're not upside down. You're a little crooked, but hey, let's keep it moving. Now, Kristen, thank you, girl. Thank you so much for everybody's pulling out Grateful. Grateful must be uh look at old
He's
Grateful.
very interested.
Yeah, he's very interested. So, Kristen, you recently got your certification in equine assisted therapy, and with the focus on mental health learning. Talk to us a little bit about your background and what was one of some of the things that stood out for you to go into this avenue of a equine assisted therapy, because you're a therapist and a coach already. Why did you pursue the route of working with horses?
Well, I've been doing therapy and coaching for about a decade. And I've always, you know, loved it since I've been doing it, and I see the impact that I've had on people. But I was actually, here just visiting one of the programs at the ranch, and Daryl is the first person that introduced me to the idea of equine assisted therapy. And we had kind of talked off and on about me getting my certification. I've always loved horses, and have been riding since I was young. And I was like, well, I mean, I can have the best best of both worlds. And for me, when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, this is cool. But now that I've been doing it, that I've witnessed, Daryl do his equine assisted learning, the amount of healing that happens
Mm-hmm.
in a single session is
Mm-hmm.
beyond compare. I've been doing this many years. I always, me and my clients joke that I do fast track therapy because I'm really good about getting in there and being solution focused and getting the results probably quicker than some. But seeing the connection between a person who is hurting and how they're able to open up and hello, how they're able to open up and really, process the trauma that they've experienced and heal in a way that seems a lot more permanent than I just feel better in the moment. And the way that it works with children, children that are more or less nonverbal, that have autism, veterans. It's like magic to watch, but there's just something very special about the connection between horse, human therapy, and healing.
So you and I have done a few sessions together with some of your clients. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things that you have had the opportunity to experience and see when it comes. You mentioned it a little bit, but let's kind of go in depth a little bit. You know, on why it is so impactful when we have a client that comes out here that may be struggling, and then by the time they are finished, they have their own personal aha moments that you have, like you kind of mentioned it a little bit before, that it may have taken them weeks to have that aha before in traditional therapy, but when they're working with that horse, it seems like it happens in one session.
I have a client that I've been working with for about a year. He's a veteran and he had some childhood trauma, and he uses humor and anger as his way to handle all of life situations. It's either going to be humor or anger. Neither of which were actually processing the struggles that he's endured. Um, and so we did a lot of work in standard therapy, um, but him coming out and actually connecting and interacting with the horse caused him to actually reflect, gave him a moment to see a tangible visual representation
Mm,
of his
mhm,
behaviors, how he shows up in the world, how he
mhm.
interacts with difficulties.
Yeah.
And so I think being able to have something more tangible and real allowed
Mhm.
him to see what was happening versus just trying to conceptualize it. And
Mm,
every single time he leaves a session, he tells me that he's mind blown and that he had no idea. And he's like, "You've been saying this, but
mhm.
I get it now. I
Yeah,
understand it now. I feel it now."
and
And
that's
that's what the difference that a horse makes.
one of the things that, I really try to people always try to want me to explain what equine assisted therapy is. And I can explain it to you. It's easy for me to explain it to you. However, it's a totally different level. It's a totally different experience when you actually have an opportunity to experience equine assisted therapy. And especially within our minority community, sometimes when you hear the word therapy, it is trivialized, it is stigmatized. And so it's so important when people come out here, and I know the client that you're talking about, when we get these type of clients, I I'm grinning from ear to ear. And the reason why I'm grinning from ear to ear is because you can see that moment that they get it. You can see the moment that they're like, "Oh shucks, it's me. I've been blaming other people, but it's me." And we often do that with ourselves, where we make everybody else the villain in our story. We make everybody else, we create all type of excuses. But when we realize it's me that has to make the adjustments. It's me that has to switch things. It's no I can no longer blame somebody else for my anxiety. I can no longer blame somebody else for my trauma. And guess what? You might be very right where someone did something to you. But in the case, you are responsible for your healing, and you are responsible for going further to being a better person. I totally understand things may have traumatic happen to you when you were a child, when you were an adult, in college, in school, whatever. But at the end of the day, how long will you hold someone else hostage and or hold someone else responsible for your own personal healing? And horses are a wonderful vehicle for people to experience that healing, for people to experience that dynamic power when they come into contact with these horses. Horses are not just for cowboy movies. They're not just for the Kentucky Derby guys. They are wonderful, wonderful, majestic creatures. And we're getting ready to meet one of these majestic creatures. Courtney, Coco, we getting ready to come to you. Tell us who you got there with you.
I got a Justice right here.
Oh, Goofy Justice. Justice is my personal horse, and I'll tell you a little bit, guys, about Justice. Justice was 2 years old when we got him, and if you haven't noticed, guys, the the names of our horses are very inspirational, and we try to. Looks like he needs some water out there. They don't turn over the water
Yeah,
bucket.
we're
All right.
working on it.
Okay, cool, excellent. But Justice was we put him in the stall, and Justice would always reach out the stall and play with everything. And not only are horses very uh, majestic, but they're also goofy and very curious. And so, with the horse being curious, they're going to inquire about anything that is different in their presence. That's one of the reasons why horses help you become more aware of your particular surroundings. And when they help you become more aware of your surroundings, it's because they have a heightened awareness of their surroundings. Horses are what we call prey animals. And with horses being prey animals, they notice the slightest difference in their environment. And when they notice the slightest difference in their environment, we get the opportunity as a equine specialist. My job is to study human behavior, and it is to study horse behavior. And when we study human behavior and when we study horse behavior, it really gives us a chance to understand the balance between the two and how those two meet. And so Justice, he would always be inquisitive and play with little the lead rope outside his stall. He would play with his halter, and he's Justice is going on 5 years old now, and he's just always been that little goofy horse. He's very tall, and with him being very tall, that's one of the reasons why I ride him, because I am very tall, and I want to make sure that my feet are not hitting the ground when I ride the horse. So it's very important, as we have these interactions with these horses. Horses, each horse has their own personality, and with horses having their own personality, it really helps us distinguish and understand what's going on with the horse. Speaking of personality, I want to go back to Kristen for a second because we just had a therapy session where I had to call an audible with the horse that we were going to use for that particular day, and I called the audible because we had to change the personality of the horse was different, and we wanted to see and have a different outcome in a particular session. Kristen, can you talk to us a little bit about that particular session where we called that audible with that horse? Are you there with us?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So in that particular session, the client was accustomed to using patience,
Hmm.
and patience was very effective in the beginning. A really great introduction to equine assisted therapy, because he's very easygoing
Hmm.
and he just is pretty massive. So it caused my client to be a bit off balance due to his size,
Hmm.
but not because of his mannerisms.
Yeah.
Then my client got more accustomed to that horse and came
Hmm.
in a few sessions later and was a few sessions later, and he was struggling with anger.
Mm.
And what we understood was patience was going to give him a really soft energy, and it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going to reflect as much how he was showing up in the world.
Yeah.
So we paired him with Fearless,
Mm-hmm.
and Fearless is stubborn, and
Mm-hmm.
Fearless doesn't really take a lot of mess. And if
Mm-hmm.
you show up rough and aggressive with Fearless, Fearless is going to match that energy
Mm-hmm.
tenfold.
Exactly.
And so my client had a lot of breakthroughs that day because he had to calm himself, ground himself, center himself
Mm-hmm.
to get the horse to do anything that he asked him to do. Whereas the other horse was, a lot more malleable.
Mm-hmm. More
And
accommodating.
so my client was able to have a big breakthrough because there we go. My client was able to have a big breakthrough because the horse that he was working with um, challenged him, mirrored him, and allowed him to see what happens when he was able to calm himself down and how it
Yeah.
benefits him across the board in every area that he enters.
And if I can piggyback off of what you just said, because the horses, like I just said, my job as an equine specialist to study horse behavior and also human behavior. After that session, one of the things Kristen said to me, she was like, "Good call on switching the horse." And my job, once again, is to study these horses and study behavior and study the human interaction. And so, how a session particularly goes, or typically goes when we are, when we're working, is we'll meet with the client, either talk about what has previously happened or what is going on, and then we'll work with the horse, and then we'll do a debrief. And then in our initial setting for that particular day, I saw what was going on. And once I saw what was going on, I knew that patience wasn't going to be the horse that that particular client needed for that day. And in understanding the horse behavior, the horse personality, it gave me the opportunity to really call an audible and say, "Hey, this is the horse that we're going to be using today." And so it's so important that with the work that we do, it is my job to make sure that we stay on task. It's my job that we stay connecting with people like Courtney and Coco and Kristen. I didn't mention it earlier, but Coco is also certified in equine specialty, and then we got to get Kelly certified in equine specialty. And but with that, when you are around these horses, you see the impact that they have. We have 18 horses here at Sofa Ranch, and Sofa Ranch is located in Winston, Georgia, which is southwest of Atlanta. We're south of 20, west of Atlanta, and serving the public that we serve. And we are in Douglas County, right next to Douglasville. For those of you who may not know where Winston is, but it just once again, we have people that travel from far and wide. People travel 40 minutes from Atlanta. Sometimes they're coming from Stone Mountain. We even have a regular volunteer that comes from Alabama pretty much almost every weekend. And that lets you know how important the work we do here at Sofa Ranch. Just this coming up week, let me tell you a little bit about some of the things that are going down here this particular week. Uh, so how'd you do that? Wait. I'm gonna get to hold that thought. Wait, Kristen. I don't know how you did that, but anyway, um, so this week we're going to be going to a elementary school this Friday. I'll be going to the Sofa Ranch team will be going to elementary school. Thursday, personally, I'll be going to the Marietta Police Association, or Police Athletic League, speaking to a group of young men. Then Saturday, we'll be meeting with some strategic people that we're trying to partner with and make some things happen. Sunday, we'll be shooting over to Southern Soul,
Soul
Southern Soul,
Symphony,
Southern Soul Symphony. Yeah. So we
the
got
Atlanta Polo Party.
yeah, we got a busy week, guys, because guess what? Number one, we're trying to save Sofa Ranch. That's number one. But
Whoop,
number
whoop.
two, we want to create strategic partnerships within the Metro Atlanta to make sure that not only when we save Sofa Ranch, we will be able to continue and expand the programs that we do here at Sofa Ranch. I'm getting ready to go over you, Kristen. What's that you got on the horse there? Hold on, let me look. What? Turn your turn your phone. Turn your phone, man. You got to be looking all cockeyed
The
over here.
phone is doing what the phone wants to do.
The technology is technology. And oh, what I say on the horse? Save
Says
Sofa
Save Sofa
Ranch.
Ranch.
It is, guys. Even the horses, they want you to know we gotta save Sofa Ranch. This ain't just about the kids. This ain't just about the women and the veterans. This is about the horses too. The horses need you to what? Save Sofa Ranch. So if you listen to me on TikTok, if you listen to me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you might be, hashtag Save Sofa Ranch. Save this. Let's say share this particular live, share this particular information, and it's very important that we want to make sure that our horses get a second chance. So with that, the horses that we have here, some of the horses have been raised on a ranch, and some of the horses we have 7 horses. No, yeah, 7 horses that are ex-race horses. They're what you call OTTB, which stands for off the track thoroughbred. And we have 7 thoroughbreds and 1 warm blood that used to race. And with that, we give these horses a second chance. Matter of fact, the organization where we get these horses from, they're called Second Stride. And so we go and rescue these horses and bring them here at Sofa Ranch and give them an opportunity to have a second life here at Sofa Ranch. So some of them go on to be therapy horses. Most of them go on to be recreational or trail riding horses. But at the end of the day, it's important that the work that we do gives persons and horses the opportunity for a second chance. Getting ready to go over to Kelly real quick. Kelly, what are you doing out there? Are you watering the horses or feeding the horses water? What's going on out there?
Yeah, even though it's pointless because Purpose thinks his job is to knock all the water out of the trough. But yeah, I'm filling up the troughs.
Filling up the trough. Excellent. So right there we have Purpose. I see King Courage, and is that Justice next to Purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. So Justice, just for you guys who don't know, he's making a mess out there.
Stop.
He's making a mess out there. He's just drinking up the water. But I want to go over the names of some of our horses here so that you can kind of understand the work we do here is intentional, and it is also subliminal and subconscious. So we have peace, joy, patience, Mr. Truth, freedom, Lady Wisdom, hope, faithful, purpose, justice, dream, Lady Fearless, gentle, power, and grateful. And in our next hour, when we come back on, I'm going to be sharing some of the videos of the horses that we have here at Sofa Ranch. But I'm getting ready to play a quick video about some of the kids that we have here at Sofa Ranch and why we do what we do. Go ahead and watch this
See
video.
these faces. These are the faces that are supported when you make a monthly donation to Sofa Ranch. At Sofa Ranch, we believe in the transformative power of equine-assisted therapy and youth development programs. Our summer camp provides a safe and nurturing environment where children from underserved communities can grow, learn, and thrive. Thanks to your generous support, we can continue to offer these life-changing experiences. Your monthly donation helps us maintain our programs, provide scholarships, and ensure that every child has the opportunity to benefit from our services. But we can't do it alone. If you're watching this video, we're talking to you. We need your support to make a difference. With a monthly gift, you can help us continue our mission of fostering mental health and personal growth through equine-assisted activities. Join our community of supporters today. Every donation, no matter the size, makes an impact. Together, we can change lives and create a brighter future for these children. Thank you for believing in our mission and for your continued support. Together, we can make a difference, one child at a time. Visit sofaranch.org and click the Give Now button to make a monthly donation.
You ain't thinking, Kelly, what's going on out there?
What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making sure the water gets filled up. So purpose is keeping me gainfully employed. Um, but I'm gonna come in and I know you know that I'm upset because I don't like doing live stuff. I'm a facts and figures person, so I like having facts and figures on hand.
All right.
But
I'm gonna jump it over to Coco real quick. Coco, who you got there?
I've got Wisdom right here.
Lady Wisdom was one of our first horses from Lady Wisdom was one of our first horses from Second Stride, and she is a cribber. That's why she has on that crib collar. But she
I don't like
is
doing live.
a very interesting horse. She did not like to get on trailer. She not only she was a tough cookie to crack. But now she gets on the trailer, no problem. She knows how to ride. She knows what her job is. But lately, she's just been chilling out there in the pasture. But we're getting ready to get off here, guys. Like I said, we're going to be coming to you every hour on the hour from. So next time when we get on, we're going to be getting on around 3:00 and making sure that we are sharing the information. If you can, like and share. We need to hit $4,000. Can we hit $4,000 real quick before we get off of here? Let's hit $4,000. We just need somebody to give either $100 gift or a $20 gift. If you go over to Sofa Ranch Save SOOFA Ranch.org. Can we get somebody before we get off the air? Can we get one donation to bring us to the $4,000 mark? We need one donation. Somebody give us $100 real quick. Like and share. Tell us, because this is a live feed. So when it changes, we'll get off the air. I need somebody, anybody, Lottie Dottie. Those of you who are in Texas, those of you who are in Georgia, those of you who are in South Carolina, those of you who are all over the world, wherever this broadcast may find you, and you know who I'm talking to, go ahead and either give a $20 donation or a $100 donation to take us to the $4,000 mark so we can get off the air real quick and take a break, because my voice is a little bit tight. And the people out there sweating out there in the field and working with these horses. But yeah, where you at? Let's get a quick donation before we get off the air. All we need is $20. I know some of y'all spend $20 on lunch. So all we need is a quick donation, $20, so we can hit the $4,000 mark and get up off of here and take a break. But we're going to be going every hour on the hour until you see that mark. You see what that says? That says $3,980. We needed to say $4,000. Can we get somebody? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna bring us over the top? Come on, you can do it.
Come on, and let us know. Let us know who you are, so we can say that this person put us to 4,000.
Exactly. Say it again for the people in the back. For the people that's guessing who I'm talking to. Yes, I'm talking to you. If you on TikTok and you watching right now, don't
Come
have
on, $20.
Yeah, we talking about $20. I'm about to spend that in lunch. Let's go. Hold on, let me move some of this stuff here.
Come on, someone's gonna do it.
Yeah, who's gonna do it? Somebody's
gonna do it. Oh no! I saw movement. I got excited. See, I almost got excited.
Go over to Save SOOFA Ranch.org. Make your donation, and we can get this thing popping. All I need you to do, if you're watching us on TikTok, if you're watching us on Facebook, if you're watching us on Instagram, yes, I'm talking to you. Go over to SaveSOOFARanch.org so that we'll have an opportunity to make sure that we will stay alive. And if you have more than $100, if you want to match this number right here, go ahead and do it. Where are my big money shot callers, ballers? Where y'all at? Go over to Sofa Ranch, SaveSofaRanch.org, and make a quick donation. I'll wait. Like who says that? Cat Williams. Cat Williams says, "I'll wait. We'll wait because we want to get off the air, but we don't want to do it until we hit the $4,000 mark." So go over to, Yep, the Cash App is just Sofa Ranch. If you want to do it by Cash App, it's $ Sofa Ranch. Come on, we need to get this $4,000 mark real quick before we get off the air.
How many people do we have watching?
Over here on TikTok, we got 5. Over here on Instagram and Facebook, I see maybe 4 or 5 people. It's kind of hard to say because the number keeps going up and down. So let me see. Hold on. Let me see. We got enough to get $20. I know that much. If it's only one person watching, one person can give $20. So let's get it, good people. All right. So we just need. Hold on. Are we still on Instagram? We still on Instagram? All right, come on. Those of you who watching us on Instagram, we just need one person to give $20. We want to break the $4,000 mark before we get off the air this hour. And
what does $20 buy for a horse? What would $20 cover?
$20. Come on now. Don't make me beg.
What would $20 cover?
What does $20 cover?
Yeah, what could they, when they give their $20, they can say, I did this for one of these.
If I'm honest, $20 doesn't cover much because a bag of feed is actually $30.
How much is the fly spray?
Fly spray, $20. Yeah. Fly spray.
There we go.
$20. All right.
You will keep the flies off of a horse.
A square bale of Bermuda hay. That's what $20 covers. So let's go. Where we at? I just need one person, 2 people. I know y'all see me on here. I see you. I see you. You see me seeing you. Let's go. We just need one person to give $20. You shouldn't have to refresh it.
Give $20 and I will draw whatever you want on one of these horses. Pick a horse. I will draw. Yeah, I don't know how good the drawing will be.
Yeah, we just need $20. $20. We could do some proposals on the horse.
We could absolutely do that.
Yep. Let's make it happen, guys. Let's make it happen.
If you want to see something out here,
all right,
for $20, let us know, and we'll see if we can work it out.
We just got $20 through Cash App. There we go. All right, there it is. Shout out to Leslie Moore. Shout out to Leslie Moore. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, Leslie.
There you go. That's what's up. So it's not, Cash App's not going to show up right here, but guess what? We got it. And so we're going to keep moving this thing along. Guess what, guys? We'll be back at the top of the hour at 3:00. We'll be here all day long, sharing with you. Let's save Sofa Ranch. And we appreciate you for all the work you do. I am Daryl Fletcher, and I am out. See you in a couple minutes.
Okay, maybe I can figure out how to get it to connect to my TikTok.